A man named Subu Vedam spent 44 years in prison for a crime that he did not commit. When he was finally exonerated, ICE arrested him. Now they're trying to deport him to India, a country he hasn't lived in since he was 9 months old. As he stood on the threshold of freedom, ICE was waiting for him, acting on a decades-old deportation order. They detained him and transferred him to an ICE detention facility in central Pennsylvania. He was arrested in 1980 for the unaliving of his friend, a 19-year-old named Thomas. Prosecutors argue that Subu had struck this guy with a .25 caliber pistol, a weapon that was never recovered. Practically their entire case was based on circumstantial evidence. He was initially arrested in 1982 and convicted the following year, being finally sentenced to life without parole. For the next 42 years, he maintained his innocence. His appeals were repeatedly denied and his case was languished. That was until the Pennsylvania Innocence Project joined his defense team. Their attorneys discovered previously undisclosed evidence in the district attorney's office, including an FBI report and handwritten notes suggesting the wound in this guy's skull was too small to have been caused by a .25 caliber bullet. A judge then ruled that the concealed evidence represented a constitutional violation of due process, saying that the jury's judgment would have been affected had this evidence been available at the time. 1 month later, his unaliving charge was dismissed. But at that point, Subu had become the longest-serving exoneree in Pennsylvania history and one of the longest-serving in the United States. Subu was failed twice, once by the prosecutors who hid evidence and stole 4 decades from his life, and now by immigration authorities who see him not as a human being but as a file to process.